You've been outspoken, with Piers Morgan, but just on this topic, and you uh, talked about the Superman story, which I would love it if you were in a Superman movie. But have you lost job opportunities because of this? Because of speaking out?
There was a couple of things that were going on, but they stopped. Again, I don't know if October 7th.
Can you tell the Superman story just so?
Yeah.
So what role were you?
Okay.
What did you audition for?
Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. So in June, I was traveling to Dubai, and right an hour before I get into the car and go there, my manager's like, Bassem, we're gonna send you a script, read it. It's for Superman. It's like, oh, Superman. I'm not really good in auditions. I'm not a seasoned actor, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. Send the tape. I do the tape. I send it. I go to the airport and I read. I think I can talk about it now because they said they changed the script. So basically, what I found it interesting in that new script is that there is like a dictator in a country that invades another country, and Superman interferes politically. That's the first time we ever see Superman interferes politically. Yeah. So basically, it was like Russia and Ukraine, but because of me, it was like it couldn't be Russia and Ukraine, so it had to be something kind of like with a flavor. So I read the role as a mixture of Trump and Mubarak. I did this mix of like like I had like the kind of the Middle East, but also like kind of like the essence of Trump into it. I went to the airport. It's like an hour. It's like James Gunn saw it. He loves it. It's like, what? I never had an audition that fast. I mean, I had a few roles, but not that fast. Not like that. And then I said, like, well, the strike starts like tomorrow, and we need to be on the phone. But after the strike, we cannot talk. The SAG after strike, like we're the writers and the actors strike. So like, well, I'm gonna be on a plane right now. It's like, okay, once you land, you can have a Zoom call with James Gunn. I have a call with James Gunn. I am a huge fan of him. The guy took like something like Guardian of the Galaxy, nobody knew about it, made amazing trilogy, and he is like a really cool guy. I like what he did, and it was like really nice. And he started to talk to me about the movie, and like I talked to people before casting them, so I know that everybody's on set, have a good chemistry. It was amazing. So in your mind, if you're an actor, what does that mean? You got the part, and he told me you got the part. Month goes by, strike goes by. October 7th happens. I do Piers Morgan 1 and 2. And then I go to my Australian tour. My manager called me, Bassem, the strike was over. It's like, you don't have the part anymore. I was sad, very sad, but for 3 days. And said, like, I need to stand up with it. Khalas. I'm actually doing very well. Alhamdulillah. And then when I went to Chris Como, after I finished the show, he told me, did you lose any opportunities? And that was off record after the show was like we concluded. And I said, I talked about Superman, and I found myself when I was talking, I was angry. I was bitter. And I went home, it's like, why was I angry? Why was I bitter? It wasn't meant to be. And I'm living a good life now. I don't need to. So when I was asked again, the next day in 2 different interviews, the BBC and another one was alone with my friend Dino Vidallah, I said the story in a different way. I said, I don't have any anger. As a matter of fact, maybe if I was Warner Brothers, I didn't talk about James Gunn. I thought it was the studio. If I was Warner Brothers and I'm a Muslim, I wouldn't have a Zionist or a pro-Israeli in my movie. But I want to tell them that, like, when I criticize Israel, I am not a threat to you as a Jew. And we can actually have more in common. I was more of a kind of empathic. So when I said that, the internet went crazy. And, James Gunn have haters because, the Snyderverse and all of that. It's a word that I don't understand. And James Gunn, like, had all of these attacks on him. And I was pissed of how it was handled. I wasn't angry at James Gunn, but I thought it was handled. So my publicist and manager's like, Bassem, stay calm. Don't speak. It's better like to like not talk about it. I said, okay. So there's nothing wrong about me, but I see the heat is rising against James Gunn. And that is a guy that I had a personal connection with, even through Zoom. And I didn't like what was happening. And then he called me and he explained to me, I said, Bassem, I actually have camera tests before finally, I didn't know that. And then we changed the script, and it was the strike, so I didn't call. And I thought to myself, I'm small. I'm a small actor. I'm not that important for him to call me to say we're gonna change the script. So I still think that like the timing sucks and everything. But then I went and I did a video explaining exactly what I'm telling you, because I didn't want to be famous for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Because that would be unfair. Because that was there already people were, and I was having like interviews. Can you come about this? I was like, guys, that's it. I'm not going to talk about it because this is a non-issue. And I didn't. And when I talked to James on the phone, I felt how sincere he was. So I didn't want someone to, because of me, will have that kind of attack, because I know what it means to be on the other side of that kind of attack. It's terrible, and it ruins your life, and it ruins your day, and nobody deserves to be doing that. And I don't want to be the reason for somebody else to go through that pain.
And you also said that you don't want to be a victim.
I don't want to be. I'm doing great. I'm selling out everywhere. I'm having a wonderful, loyal audiences coming to me. Why I would be angry about the role of it's Superman? Yes, it's great to be in a superhero movies, but so what?
But there's a wisdom in that. Even if you weren't doing great, that's a choice a lot of people can come to, which is like, do I play victim here or not?
It's greed. They want more attention. They want to be more into the thing. They want more and more. And there is so much to go around to be enough for all of us. But it is greed. It is ego. I need to be in the center. I need to be victimized. I need to be people feel sorry for me and love me. And it is not the right way. It is not, because it is fake. It is fake. It is made up. And I did not victimize myself when I left for Egypt. I mean, in the time that now I speak about it now. But in that dark times, I was detained in airports. Mm-hmm. I didn't have my American passport yet. I was still traveling with my Egyptian passport. And I was detained in an Arab airport. And I was going to be delivered to the Egyptians. I had shows when I was still starting. I had hecklers being sent to me by the Egyptian embassy and the Egyptian consulate in New York and in London to curse me and to take videos of that and then send it to state-run media in Egypt. And I didn't speak about that because I felt that like if I speak about that, I feel about like what was going on to me, I would be victimizing myself. It's like if I'm going to be good, I'm going to be good because of what I do, not because of what people's perception of what I'm going through.
Yeah, and that becomes a slippery slope. And somehow victimizing yourself
goes to more victimizing.
Yeah.
And then you cannot leave that habit. You can only exist and thrive if people feel sorry for you.